I you're seeing ambivalence, the face of ambivalence again, because now I'm having the feeling of being happy that I have the ability to talk to my friends, and then I also have that weird feeling of like, I hope you guys get it. I will make like a lot of multiple videos per day, and I do them on Facebook Live because there's a certain, something to that that's interactive. YouTube, you can't do lives on, and I've been on Facebook for years. I don't care about which is the best way to do it. I know about the tech and the Twitch, and I know about those things, and it's very likely that I'll eventually, early, mid, late spring, I'll probably make a shift in how I do this. But here we are, and I'm happy about it. However, if you're one of the folks that is like, yo, Lou, how many of these are you going to do a day? It's a lot. I'm going to stack my feed with 4 to 25-minute videos, a lot. And the world is such a good place for this sort of thing. It provides me constant opportunities for us to talk to each other and to, I don't know, are we going to grow in our understanding of things? Maybe, maybe not. Giving you guys a little bit of a positional tweak here because I wanted to actually share with you something that stoked me a lot today. I don't know. Maybe it reflects poorly on me, but it's this guy. I do not know his rapper name. I know this guy is like the legitmus test. Check this out. This made me happy. I hope you can hear it okay. I'm going to actually turn my volume up. I have no interest in higher quality presentations than this. You guys ready? This made me smile.
Oh yeah. Look. Realest grandpa rapping on book face trapping. Disrespect homer, I'ma come through clapping. My back been hurting and my knees keep cracking. But don't get it confused, boy, I ain't never lacking. I'm a triple OG from Turk. I got 2 good hands in it.
And they work. What do we got? A bandwidth problem? I don't mind. It froze. Guys, that, it'll probably start again after it finishes lagging. That blew my mind. I loved that. I wish you could have heard about Pearl cooking up the cabbage. And if I can't whoop you, I might just cut you. I just love him. That face, these two faces, all that. I loved every bit of it. The genuineness of this guy who's smiling. I just loved it. I love stuff like that. I'm an absolute sucker for that stuff. It brightens my day way more than it should. I have a suspicion that my enjoyment of the internet is not typical, because my feed is filled with stuff that I love seeing and love talking about. So that was the first thing that hit me today. That was early on in the day, and I posted it to my personal feed, which, again, I am a pretty savvy guy, but I'm not a very platform concerned guy. And so let's see, have we got bandwidth? Yeah, we do. So I'm going to go in my history and I'm going to pull this one up. Now this one is less pleasing. This is really quite sad.
Who cares if I'm drunk as hell or not?
So this is Dear Brother Bam Margera, and it's wicked public news, and lots of people are talking about it. And I can't trust that everyone's going to be the way I'd like it to be about it. So I'm going to be the way I'd like it to be about it, and go ahead and risk being called a clout chaser or a clickbaiter, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to talk about things like this a lot, often. So here's the latest. I'm going to full screen it. I think you've seen it. It's not hard to find. It's on YouTube. This one, it's from maybe TikTok, maybe Instagram.
Who the fuck cares if I'm drunk as hell or not anymore? Jackass has put me through fucking hell on fucking wheels for 1.5 years, keeping me in Pennsylvania. I couldn't leave if I left, or else
I had to breathe into a sobriety link at 3 o'clock every day, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Then a random beep would go off. No matter where I was at, I had to fucking stop whatever I was doing and go to an urgent care to go piss. Then I had to wake up every day with a handful of antidepressant pills that I would have to show Paramount Pictures that I took them and swallowed them every single day. Steve-O has been sober as fuck since 10 years. If he had a breath like he's gonna go camping one day and not have any internet reception. He's gonna sleep through one or two. He's got, like, people, they set me up with such a fucking hard mission that, and then COVID happened for a year against anyone's knowledge. Like, so now I had to spend $90,000 in a rehab for 90 days.
I'm going to pause it right there. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV, and I'm not a drug abuse recovery specialist. First thing I want to say when I see something like that, whether I'm having, I've seen this before, and first thing I want to say is, bam, even if you are having trouble knowing what love is, you're loved, and you are important. You're important beyond all this stuff that's got you spun up. It's really, really important. Your life is more than the abundance of fame and possessions and things, and I think you know that. And I love you, and a lot of people would love you if they could be with you, and that's just really hard for me to see a person who's just hitting the bottom. And the second thing I want to say is fame and recovery don't mix well. And one of the things I like to see in the life of recovery from substance abuse is when people give up all that trappings. But to extricate yourself from those trappings is really, really hard, especially with financial burdens and when all your relationships in your life are spindled up in that machine of fame. Really, really difficult. And I hope that something I'd like to say to all of us is, do not kick a man when he's down. As out of line as you may feel some of the things they're saying are, kicking them is going to affect them in a really bad way. It's also going to affect other people who watch you do it. It's gonna cool things off for people who are struggling with their sobriety. Here's the thing about sobriety. It's a struggle, and there will be failures. And here we have a very public example of, a failure in sobriety. Now, I'm not talking about, I wouldn't trust my medical care regime to Paramount Pictures no matter how much you paid me. What a zoo. Wow, guys. That's intense. And since we're all being exposed to it, and it's going on, I thought I would chime in on this and say, hey, be very, very gentle. Do not contribute to each other's downfall when each other are falling down. Don't strike your enemy when they're down, although Bam is really none of our enemy. This is it's a car wreck and a disaster. It really is. And I'm seeing a comment on my feed from someone who's spoken with him. It says he's very alone. The isolation of a famous person is nuts. It's one reason I took a long time before I decided to go ahead and produce these videos, because becoming well-known and becoming famous brings with it incredible liabilities. You really are, it's really going to test your mettle. And there are reasons, and they're not all like bad reasons and bad on you. There are reasons why we made these young people famous. We loved watching them skate on their skateboards. We loved watching them misbehave and be transgressive. We loved watching that. Not me. I've always had a value for transgressive humor, but I have not ever enjoyed hooliganry as a family value in skateboarding. I really didn't. Even as a 15-year-old, I cringed at where skateboarding was headed when Steve Rocco got, what got us on that track. God bless Steve Rocco. I'm not even mad at Rocco. I'm not at all. However, there's a lot of didactic material. There's a lot of lessons to learn in this, and the problem is learning it together. It's very rare that someone will engage the lessons to learn and be kind to the cast of characters in this drama that's going on. So I wanted to address this. I've addressed Bam before, and I think that we will track with this dear man, and I'm personally concerned. I feel like this guy, a lot of us need a quiet place to go for a few years where we can find the bottom, find the middle, find the center, punch a new set of truck holes, set it up, and start to ride a fresh perspective. See that? Skateboard making, I guess, holds a lot of object lessons for me. But I'm concerned. Bam, if you see this, you're loved, you're important, and all of us are, okay, not all of us, but there are those among us who care deeply about you as a person. If you need to hide or disappear, I know ways where you can be around people who can put up with the fall down, stand up that is involved with every recovery. There isn't a single person who all their sober days are purely consecutive. There are people like that, and they're extraordinary and they're admirable. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to paint you out of the picture, you super strong people. But real recovery is often done by the weak, the broken. It's often done in fits and starts, and it is something we should all be. Yeah, one person writes, I want him to make a comeback, and I think that that is a beautiful and generous sentiment. I think the worst, I think what I would say I want for someone in those shoes is I want him to disappear and find life that is really real, and a base from which to live and operate that's very durable and very well-centered. And that usually means not a comeback. It means being unfamous. It means being normal, ordinary. It means being ordinary. Roger Miller wrote that song, "Where Have All the Average People Gone?" Well, nobody's really average, and I think that's what people find out when they decide to become ordinary, is that people are extraordinary by merit of just being what we are. Tough stuff. I definitely can't fix what's wrong here, but I definitely would like to add this piece of media to the ocean of media going on out there that is most often opportunistic toward this. So I will leave you with that, friends. That's a sobering, no pun intended, that's a sobering topic, a sad thing, and I don't think that I should shy away from addressing stuff like that while I'm doing coffee box breaks on a beautiful snowy day here in Cincinnati, Ohio. I hope that you not only enjoy, but I hope that this can be part of your conversation and we can grow together in how we do life, So don't give up. Hang in there. I'll catch you soon.